welcome to part 2 of our theme park comparison. If you haven't watched our first video yet, check it out. I think I'll put a thingy up here somewhere or up there, I'm not sure where it comes out to.
We're going to compare Movie World in
The Gold Coast.
With Universal Studios Islands of Adventure in Orlando.
So we're going to kind of break it down into like the comparisons between the theming and all things kind of like that really. So, you know, if you're planning a trip there, this might help you out, sway your decision to check out both parks if you've not done them yet.
Or you might just be interested to know the differences, or you might just be someone else that's British and here in Australia and been to Florida and also be interested in that. So we hope you enjoy the video. Stay tuned and we'll tell you a bit more. Just a little bit about us. We emigrated here just over a year ago, and prior to that we would always take our holidays once a year to Florida, and we began to love America a lot.
So if you see us looking down quite a lot, there's a lot of information to relay to you, so we're kind of looking at some notes we've made because we're getting on a bit, I can't remember everything. The overall theme is the first one.
So we picked Universal Islands of Adventure to compare Movie World with, just because we felt like that was one of the most similar Florida parks. Obviously Universal have got a number of parks now, and the original Universal Studios came first, and then you had Islands of Adventure, and Islands of Adventure is the one where you have all of the superheroes, and we just kind of felt like Movie World was more similar to Islands than the classic.
Yeah, so you've got Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, Marvel and Dr. Seuss. So Movie World is more DC, I'd say, and Warner Brothers.
Yeah, definitely.
So then you've got the size and the scale. So Islands of Adventure is massive. You couldn't really do that in a day. Movie World, we've managed it pretty much in days if the queues are right. Signature attractions.
Islands of Adventure, as you've mentioned, you've got Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and that's like a ride in Hogwarts Castle for those of you that know Harry Potter. You have the Velocicoaster, which is a world-class high-speed coaster based on Jurassic Park. And then you've got The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, that's a 4D superhero experience.
Yeah, it's like sat in a car kind of thing. I think it's like a bit like one of the rides at Movie World, but yeah.
Yeah. Then you've got Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. We're lucky enough to have been on all of them rides, and Harry Potter obviously is so popular and family friendly.
Then in Movie World you've got DC Rivals, the Hypercoaster, so that is Southern Hemisphere's tallest and fastest and longest roller coaster. Is that your favourite?
I'm not sure about favourite. I am proud of myself for going
Twice.
on it.
Been on it twice, haven't you?
I know, it's been a long time since I've been on roller coasters. I feel when you have kids, you lose all of your like courage, and then our kids were too scared to go on roller coasters for ages, and now they're ready. I feel like I'm ready, so we're in our roller coaster era.
Yeah, we're having a midlife crisis, as I say. And you got Superman Escape, which is a really good one, but obviously if you watched the previous video, the queue in area is not great. Wild West Falls Adventure Ride, so that's quite a good one. That's a water-based one. And then the Justice League 3D, so that's a bit like the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man in Islands of Adventure.
In terms of entertainment and shows, Islands of Adventure, you've got frequent live action shows tied to franchises like Harry Potter. I also remember when they bring all the superhero cars and they've got all the superheroes hanging out the top. That's pretty cool. At Islands of Adventure you'll also find parades, and character meet and greets are elaborate and well scheduled.
So in Movie World you've got stunt shows like the Hollywood Stunt Driver, and character appearances, DC heroes, some Looney Tune characters. Lately you've had Hooray for Hollywood, so you've had a few Hollywood stars like Austin Powers, Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, I think
Police
there's
Academy.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Gizmo from the Gremlins, Tom and Jerry we've met, and you've got the new Wizard of Oz attraction, so you get to meet all the characters from that. Family friendly offerings.
Islands of Adventure, you've got the Seuss Landing, which provides attractions for younger children, and that's the Dr. Seuss books for those of you that read them when you were younger and have read them to your children and even your children's children. There's a wide range of rides for all ages, from thrill rides to gentler experiences.
So pretty much the same in Movie World. You've got the Looney Tunes attractions for the kids. You've got their own separate area at the back, but limited family-friendly rides compared to Islands of Adventure. So I'd say it's more of a adult-y park, I would say.
Yeah, not more for older kids than younger kids. Onto food and dining. At Islands of Adventure, you'll find themed dining experiences like the 3 broomsticks in Hogsmeade in Harry Potter World, and there's a wide variety of cuisines catering to international visitors.
So Movie World, you kind of limited. There's a couple of fast food outlets, like some pizzas. You've got the Batman ones, you've got Gotham City Cafe, a couple of Mexican places. At the moment, during school holidays as well, they do the buffet, which is good. You get a wristband and then you can come back during the day and fill up again. But you're kind of a bit limited to what you can eat now.
So let's talk about costs and accessibility. Islands of Adventure is definitely more expensive, with ticket prices starting around $120 per day. And if you're based in Australia and wanting to get to Florida, that's going to require international travel, and that involves costly flights and accommodation.
So I'll break that down for you as well coming up. Movie World is more affordable for Australians because there are frequent local deals as well and annual passes. Tickets start around about $100 often bundled together with other Village Roadshow parks.
So a note on sort of the unique features of Islands of Adventure. You've got cutting edge technology in the attractions, and there's extensive theming throughout the whole park.
Yeah, definitely. The rides are a bit more modern. Back to Movie World, so Australian specific charm and laid back atmosphere, which it kind of isn't, it really is. And unique shows and rides not really found elsewhere.
So, which is better? For thrills and immersion, we would say Islands of Adventure is unmatched with its technology and storytelling. For local fun and affordability,
Movie World is more accessible for Australians and still delivers memorable experiences. Obviously they do like the photos as well, you can have your photos taken and you can buy passes for that, but I mean, it's a pretty good park. The rides are pretty decent.
Yeah, overall we would say Movie World is significantly cheaper than Islands of Adventure. Overall, in terms of ticket prices, food and drink, for a start, car parking is free. Don't even get me started on car parking at Disney and Universal. I mean, pre-COVID, we were not annual pass holders, so we were paying to park in the car park. Bearing in mind we've spent hundreds of dollars on tickets as well, but to park in the car park for a day was what?
$25 or US dollars?
$25 US, so you're talking like $40 a day to park in a
massive car park.
So if you get a 14-day pass, obviously $40 a day adds up, right?
Yeah. So coming up, we got a price breakdown. So cost of tickets.
Islands of Adventure, if you're looking at a single day admission, you're looking at $120 to $160 US. That's approximately 180 to 240 Australian dollars.
Just for a single day.
And the multi-day pass, which is a 2-park with Universal Studios, so that's Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, that's 320 to 380 US dollars. So that's just the 2-part, and that's the equivalent of 500 to 600 Australian dollars.
So Movie World, you've got a single day admission is between 100 and 120 Australian dollars. They do the Village Roadshow pass, so you get 3 parks for that. That's 179 Australian dollars for limited access to Movie World, SeaWorld and Wet n Wild for 7 days.
Obviously, we know as locals, because we've purchased them ourselves, that they do a locally discounted annual pass, which we've talked about on our previous video, but is amazing value. We paid 230 Australian dollars each, and that's for the whole year. Gets us access to 4 different parks, no car parking costs, and some special events throughout the year as well. We can use them.
So you got like the Fright Nights, Halloween, you got Carnival at SeaWorld, and I think Christmas as well. So getting there from Australia, Islands of Adventure from Australia works out about 1,800 to 2,500 Australian dollars per person. That's for an economy. But obviously, Movie World being localish, obviously, if you live different areas of Australia. So a domestic flight to get you there is between $150 and $300. But if you're driving from like the Brisbane area, it's $20 to $50 for fuel. So obviously, quite a significant saving there.
Talking about accommodation, Islands of Adventure, they do have on-site hotels. They range from between 300 to 600 US dollars per night, approximately. Some of them do give you some perks like early park entry, and there are also nearby budget hotels that range from about 150 to 250 US dollars per night. That's about 230 to 380 Australian dollars a night for a budget hotel.
And then up is Movie World, so the Gold Coast hotels range between 150 to 300 Australian dollars a night, or we've got Airbnbs or hostels is 100 to 200 Australian dollars a night.
Okay, we hope you're still watching, because now we're going to tell you a little bit about food and drink. Walking around these parks is hard work, thirsty work. It's hot. So you need to keep hydrated. In terms of Florida and Islands of Adventure, meals are going to cost you about 15 to 25 US dollars per meal. That's approximately 25 to 38 Australian dollars. Snacks are going to be around 5 to 10 US dollars each. That's about 8 to 15 Australian dollars. And your total daily cost is going to be about 50 to 75 US dollars per person. That's approximately 75 to 115 Australian dollars each. One thing we will note is that widely available throughout the US parks is free tap water. So you can go to any food or beverage seller and you can ask for a cup of tap water and they'll give you a free cup of tap water. We don't really know if that's the same here. I know water fountains, they're widely available in the US parks as well. We don't seem to see them so much here. No.
So, Movie World meals are between 15 to 25 Australian dollars per meal. Snacks, 5 to 10. The total daily cost is between 40 and 60 Australian dollars, so
a lot cheaper.
Pretty much half price.
Transportation to the park. So if you're going to Islands of Adventure in a rental car, you're looking at 50 to 100 US dollars per day. That's approximately 75 to 150 Australian dollars. And we've talked about it already, parking fees. We've researched and the price for parking now is around $30 per day, which is the equivalent of 45 Australian dollars.
So at Movie World, public transport is between 10 and 20 for a round trip. Parking is free, or there's $10, which I didn't know, for a premium spot.
Yeah, it makes me laugh because the car park's really not that big, so I'm wondering how close the premium spots are, because...
Well, if you get there early, surely you'd be near the front anyway. Whereas the car parks in Islands of Adventure, you've got to get on the land train.
So yay for free parking. So whilst you're at the parks, and if it's your first time, you're probably going to want to pick up some souvenirs. Islands of Adventure, not only can you pick up souvenirs, you can pick up fast passes. So they sell an express pass so that you can skip the line. They're 80 to 140 US dollars per person. That's approximately 120 to 210 Australian dollars each. Souvenirs are going to cost you around 50 to 100 US dollars per person. That's about 75 to 150 Australian dollars.
So compare it to Movie World, They do a fast track pass to skip the lines, and it ranges between $50 to $100 per person. Also per ride as well. We notice you can look on the map, and for some of them they can be $30 to $50 each just to skip the line. Then
You also pay to sit backwards on some.
I think DC, the hypercoaster, is $30 to sit backwards if you're mental enough. Then you got souvenirs, $30 to $70 per person, so again half price.
What is the total cost for one day at these parks? So Islands of Adventure, if we're talking about Australians, your tickets are going to cost 180 to 240 Australian dollars per person. Flights, they're going to cost you about 1,800 to 2,500 Australian dollars. Accommodation, you're looking at 450 to 900 Australian dollars. I guess it depends how long you're there for. Food, you're looking at around 75 to 115 Australian dollars per day. Transportation and parking is 120 to 195 Australian dollars. Then you've got extras, so you might need things like sun cream, or you might want to buy one of them spray fans or something like that. You're looking at around 200 to 360 Australian dollars for extras. That's a total of 2,825 to 4,310 Australian dollars per person. Ouch.
Yeah. So, Movie World. Tickets, 100 to 120 Australian dollars. Flights or fuel, depending, so $50 to $300. Accommodation, 150 to 300. Food, 40 to 60. Transportation and parking, 10 to 30. Extras, 80 to 170. So the total is 430 to 980 Australian dollars each.
Much more affordable. So guys, thanks for listening so far. We know that this one's a bit of a long one, that's why we wanted to split it up into two parts, so that those of you that weren't interested in it didn't have to sit through all of this, and those of you that did want to know have all of the information you need. Key takeaways: so Islands of Adventure is obviously a much larger cost, especially if you're going to fly there and stay in the US. But
it's going to be a once in a lifetime trip, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So we loved it. We would probably do it again.
Obviously, it's a bit more expensive now flying from here than it was from England. So, Movie World, it's a bit more affordable. It's more of an accessible option for Australians and ideal for a fun day or weekend getaway.
So whichever park you choose, or if you choose both, or even if you just like learning about it or watching it on YouTube or on the telly, whatever you want to do, whatever is best for you and your family is cool with us. We just wanted to share that with you. Hopefully you found that interesting, and thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It's completely free and helps us bring you lots more videos like this.
And obviously, let us know in the comments which one, or if you've been to both parks, which one was your favourite.
So thanks for watching.
See you in the next one.